canvas. Frog Party! It's been too long. It is good to see you. How are you? Short Extent welcome, Chris, Jeff, Xaven, Ban. Good morning, everybody. I know I am extremely late. Thank you. So, part of why I was late is that these are fake. They are clip-in bangs, and I got them for my Vault-Tec suit Lucy cosplay that's coming up. She has swoopies, but I'm kind of feeling myself. I was like, wait, should I do this? But I know if I cut it like this, I don't think it will look like it. I don't know. But I wanted to see how fake and ridiculous they look, but they actually blend in with my hair pretty good. I feel like they work. We'll see. I partially wore them on stream today to see if people would be like, that looks ridiculous. Oh, little butt scratches for Kimchi. I guess the bed moved over a little tiny bit. Gonna be around, mostly lurking today. Welcome, Tripwire. Gotta move the couch. That's the only solution, yeah. But, yeah, I'm excited. Speaking of excitement, as you can see in the title, it is a very special day. I have officially my third collab now with the amazing duo FIREKID released today. And it is a banger. We're probably going to listen to it a fair amount on stream today, but I wanted to at least give the stream a little bit of time to let people come in before we do a little listening party. But you can check it out. The amazing Jove made commands for both Willy and drwily. Oh, so nice. Spelled with one L. Don't double L that Willy. I'm watching so many Stardew streams that I just think about Willy the boat guy. Time to have you on my CD shelf. Yay! Ew, that sounded kind of like Toad from Mario. And I just don't think that's the right vibe for me. I do feel like having these clip-on bangs though, that there is like hands hugging the side of my face right now. Just feels like someone's going like this to me. But I like them. I'm going out tonight with my friend Jillian. I was like, maybe I'll try and break out these bad boys in the real world. See how it goes. Because obviously for like the cosplay and pictures, I can edit it to make it look as believable as possible, but that's not too bad. That's not too bad. I have to go, I'm afraid. Hopefully I'll catch you on YouTube tomorrow. Have a good stream. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Happy weekend. But yes, I was a little late this morning is I wanted to see if I could make these clip-in bangs kind of work. I didn't style my hair or anything, and it still kind of blends okay. For having as long hair as I do, I don't really have much of a routine. I kind of just blow dry it and that's it. Thank you, Sequellans. Everyone's being so supportive of my fake bangs. I really appreciate it. Thank you, guys. Purple, I went to Kimbro's when we were in Franklin on your suggestion. It was so cool. Oh, I'm so happy you gave it a shot and that you enjoyed it. So much character in the building and the musicians were so chill. Yeah, I feel like if you happen to be passing through Franklin, Tennessee, that is the spot that I would recommend is Kimbro's. It's such a cool vibe. And fun fact, it was the first stage I played on in Nashville. My very first stage here. What do I want to start with today? We started off with Xenoblade. Oh, you know what I haven't done for a long time? I used to have like a somewhat routine morning stream songless playthrough of a bunch of Zelda stuff, so why don't we do that? Yeah, for Frog Party. I believe the artist was called Trash Can Danny or something, But when I first moved to Nashville, I would like bring my violin to places pretending that I came from a rehearsal or gig. Like just casually having my violin on my back to try to, you know, get that first conversation going to see if I could get booked for some gigs. And so I brought my violin to Kimbrough's, and naturally people came up and they were like, "Oh, is that a violin?" I'd be like, "Oh, this? Why, yes, it is." And when I was hanging out at the bar, one of the musicians was like, "Hey, I have a set in an hour. Do you want to hop on stage with me?" And I was like, "Yes." In my head, I was screaming and panicking. I don't think I did very well, but it was at least the icebreaker that got me started. Everyone's being so nice. So the bangs are fake. They're clip-ins, but I think they actually look pretty good. I'm pretty okay with it. It's one of the reasons I was late today. I wanted to see if I could style them and make them not look crazy. Well, I didn't really style them. I really just clipped them in and tried brushing them in a way that looked somewhat believable. But I got the bangs so that when I do my Lucy cosplay, I got the Vault Tech suit. It is in the shame closet currently. I can try and, you know, give as sincere as a Lucy shout out as possible. So I'm very excited. Oh, I got a looking fine. Thank you, Charles. Oh my gosh. For the Duke welcome, Fumble Mumble. Thank you. I really appreciate that. I was saying I was gonna go out tonight with one of my friends, Jillian, and I was like, maybe I'll try and wear these out in the wild. I don't know if you heard me fast, but I was saying how I haven't had my Zelda morning for a while, so let's do some Zelda music. And we're gonna start with the ever so chill Kakariko Village. Once we get into the first hour of stream here, I was gonna do a listening party of the brand new single drop today of my collab with the absolutely fantabulous FIREKID. Sandman, thank you. Thank you. You guys are gonna see me mess with them a lot today and try and make them look as natural as I can. But yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I'm feeling myself with these. Kakariko Village. And this particular version that I enjoy playing along to is done by the wonderful Juke Remix. I play over a handful of their remixes and really love them. So for the covers or remixes of things that I play over on stream, I always reach out to the musician who did it. And Juke Remix was the very first musician I reached out to and was like, "Hey, would you mind if I played over your cover on stream?" And they responded within like 30 minutes, and they were so nice. They were like, "Absolutely, you totally can. Do you want me to change the track or anything?" And I was like, "No, you don't need to change anything." Like, but that is so nice and so sweet. And this was when I was a much smaller channel on Twitch here. So I have a special place in my heart for Juke Remix. We love Juke Remix. All right, folks, let's do it. From the top. No, actually, everyone has said yes. No, is Zakion. Welcome, everybody. Oh, I'm in such a good mood today. It is song release day. I'm thrilled to let you guys know that I have done another collab with the absolutely amazing duo FIREKID. And I love the first 2 tracks I've done, but I love this new single. So we're gonna have a little listening party. I wanted to wait a little bit for some people to roll in, like Cathedora. Of course, I was late once again today because I just can't stream unless I watch Cathedora's Minecraft stream in the morning first. So I'm sure you understand. Cathedora, how was the rest of your stream? No, I was late because I was trying to clip in these fake bangs and make them work, and I was really determined. For Jojo, welcome. Jules, Blitz, Eve, everyone, thank you so much for the kindness and the warmth and the sweet words. You guys are making me blush. The great Cathedora. True that. Joe was late trying to put bangs on kimchi. I tried a solid single try of putting them on kimchi, and he was not having it. Walter did wear them because he's really good at the command stay, and he's a really good boy. So Walter probably won't be in the room with us very often, mainly because he doesn't like the violin. I'm trying not to take it personally, but yes, he doesn't like the violin at all. So I have a dog, and his name is Walter. And I also have a new roommate who is also my partner, who just moved in. So this is a big deal, yeah. I wanted to wait until we had our first 2 months of moving in together and just making sure that we felt comfortable and happy. I don't like feeling like I'm hiding something from you guys. It was hard for me not to say anything, but again, I wanted to really feel good about it and ready. But we're happy and we're having a great time, and the pets really like each other. We were really careful with introducing the pets. We had a baby gate separating them for the first week and gave them turns in the living room. We installed shelves for Kimchi to climb up on if he wants height, but they are nose booping and they'll both hang out in the bed together, and they're wonderful. So Walter, you might see sometimes, but again, he doesn't like the violin very much, so I don't think he'll come in the room very much. But he hates this picture, but I like it. But this is Tom. That's me and Tom. This was taken at one of my best friend's weddings. Yeah, he's my guy. I know this is a big change, and, you know, I don't want to bring it up all the time, but, you know, he lives here too, and you're going to hear some noises periodically. He's a guitarist, so you might hear some guitar. We met because one of the bands I was playing with was playing the same venue that his band was playing, and we started talking. But this was, like, believe it or not, 7 years ago. We've known each other for that long, and he asked me out twice, but I was in a relationship. And then he was like, I'm just gonna try one more time. I'm so sorry if I'm overstepping my boundaries, but I just want to know I tried. And I was single at that time, so I was like, yeah, let's go on a date. And here we are. So that's my little life update. It's always scary sharing personal things like this, but you know, we've made that big step, and it's hard to hide a Great Pyrenees. Because that's what Walter is. He's a big boy. So yeah, that is my little update. He's a big floofer. Yes, he's a big, big boy. Thank you guys for all being supportive. It's so scary talking about stuff like that. Oh, I was gonna play over this track. We'll come back to it. Thank you guys. I love you guys. Ugh. It sounds so like lame, but like, you know, you guys are also one of the biggest things in my life, and I had a worry about how all of these pieces would fit together. Like, you know, I love him, I love Walter, I love Kimchi, and I love you guys, and I just wanted everyone to get along and be happy. But I promise you, he's incredibly sweet and kind and is my best friend. So. Let's see. Let's do some more Zelda music. Kimchi's snoring away back there. Let me see if I can crank the volume. I don't know if you can hear it. The Bimberly Ann. I have a violin question for you. Yes, let's hear. What are the pros and cons of playing violin with a center chin rest versus a side chin rest? I wouldn't say there's really any advantage. For myself, it just came down to what was comfortable. And I found the center one to be much more comfortable for me. Also, I was playing in bands where I also had to sing. So having a centered chin rest was easy because then the mic was in front of me as well. So what Kamir's talking about is some chin rests, like this one, you can see is a bit more centered, and some are more on the side. But it really just comes down to what's more comfortable for you. I would try out both and then see what you like. Scotty Morning, how are you? Shay, welcome! You're becoming a regular time scheduled Twitch streamer, I see now. How was the stream? What were you working on? And I assume and hope that you guys here enjoy violin, truly. And if that is in fact correct, please make sure to also follow Shay Violin. She's incredibly talented. A multi-instrumentalist as well, but I've popped over. I haven't said hi, I'm a lurker. I'm always shy in chat, sees I don't know how long I'll be there if I miss something. But she's been doing some live recording arrangements for her amazing, beautiful recordings. So you should go say hi. For Kate, my heart goes out to you, and I hope things get a bit better. I had a really rough beginning of the year here, but I've been really working hard in my therapy sessions and journaling, and things are starting to get a bit better. Let me know, Shay, if I can play something for you. I was just about to do Lon Lon Ranch. I will say with Twitch streaming, since I have this window open, it is really useful for like checking my technique, because I can look at myself and be like, oh, that wrist should be straight. Or like, oh, even things like slouching, I got to work on that. I got like, it was in a Yankee swap. I guess different places in the country call it something different. Some people call it white elephant. Growing up, we called it Yankee swap. It's the thing where you all bring a present, put it in the middle, and you like randomly pick things. But one of them was a Shark Tank product for like one of those kind of shoulder strap things that tighten in the back that help your posture. And I've tried it a couple times, and I feel like I enjoyed it, but they're like, oh, only wear it for 10 minutes a day or something. And I don't know. I just don't know if that really does anything or not. But I like thinking I'm doing something for myself. Elson, thank you for almost a year. Thank you for the resubs. For Shay, that was lovely. Thank you. I don't have a request right now. I'm busy fighting with technical difficulties. Oh, that sucks. As a streamer, there's like not many things that make your stomach sink as much as technical difficulties. You just feel so helpless. That sucks. I just changed my whole stream setup, and no two things are not on fire, as it seems. Well, I'm confident you'll figure it out, and my heart goes out to you. That phase is so frustrating. Way back in the day, Pencils would remember this. Whenever I got a notification on my stream, it would mute my audio for some reason. I still don't know why that happened. But at the beginning of every stream, if someone followed, I would have to like delete my audio input and re-put it back in. It was very strange. Also, for Novus, I'm very late for thanking you properly, but thank you so much for the Prime, a brand new Prime. If I can play something for you, please let me know. I put that song list in chat for you. And that goes, of course, for Elson, for the resub, as well as Cathador for the raid. So just let me know. Silent Disco, thanks for the follow as well. For new fart candles to be distributed and loved. No more fart candles. I think one is enough farting candles. Farting candles. That'd be kind of cool if when you lit it, it like a wick candle, like a wooden wick one that makes nice relaxing sounds, except with the fart candle, it actually just like does a little... Oh, hello, Rena. As you can see, I'm talking about farts, so everything's going well over here. How are you? What? Why are you saying Joe? To answer what I'm assuming would be the next question, no, I have not lit the fart candle. For anyone that doesn't know what I'm talking about, I was gifted to my great horror a fart-scented candle from our very own Pencils. I have smelt the unlit candle on stream and had to step off camera for a little bit because it was a knockout. It was a knockout. I needed some time to recoup. And it's currently in my closet. I haven't lit it. It's one of those gifts that you feel like you can't throw away. So it just sits there on my windowsill. Oh, Furby's right here. When I hang out on the couch, we cuddle. It's a good time. That's Scotty Bear. He's my best friend, and I love him more than anything in the world. Scotty Bear, Kimchi, violin. A hilarious coincidence is that the back, your partner Blanky, is laying in a way that it looks like it says fartner. I don't know why everyone says that. That's just my partner blanket. I'd get a sealed case and the case to 45 humidity and then just transport. Don't worry too much. It'll be fine as long as you have AC. Oh, do you mean for Kamir talking about the violin? Let me go back. Because I know you were sharing some exciting news. We call it white elephant or gift exchange. Gift exchange sounds so formal. Everyone gather for the gift exchange. And then my Boston butt family was just like, Yankee swap, everybody. the little violin update for me. In a few weeks, I get to bring back my grandfather's concert violin. Oh, I didn't know violin was in the family with you too. Oh, that's so beautiful. For Gladys, welcome. This is called the APC 40 MK2. It's in chat right now. And your English is great. You don't need to apologize. I would like to do Windfall Island next. This is another Juke remix one. I was checking to see if a coffee cup has like a kind of divot in the bottom. It doesn't really get warm. I have a heated coaster over here, but that's not very warm coffee. Pretty room temp. Might regret this, but I kind of want to try Outset Island as well. It's in a very... Jeez, Pokemon, chill. For Gladys, bonjour, and for Vape My Life, is it Guten Tag? That felt wrong. I think that was wrong. I apologize. Cam, do you like my clip-in bangs? I got them for my Fallout cosplay, and I actually might just cut my hair like this now because I'm feeling it. Or maybe I'll just keep the fake ones. I gotta think about it. But, Guten Abend. Is that better? Guten Abend? Really? Oh, that makes me feel good. Like, if you get close, it's definitely like look from far away sort of vibes. But I really wanted to try and look as much like Lucy as possible from Fallout for when I do my Vault Tech cosplay. The Fallout suit, I'm very excited. That's gonna be super fun. My sweet father is so, he always does this and it makes my heart like absolutely soar every time. Whenever he sees any sort of like actress or singer that has large blue eyes, he'll be like, Joe, oh my God, it's you. So when Katy Perry played the Super Bowl, he was like, Joe, you're playing the Super Bowl. Or like when he was watching like anything with Zooey Deschanel, he's just like, oh my gosh, look, you're on TV, Joe. And he did that for Fallout as well, which I very much appreciated because Lucy is gorgeous. I don't think I actually look like her at all, but we both have very large eyes, so I at least have that in common. But yeah, he always does that. The Super Bowl one melted my heart too, because that was the first year I watched a Super Bowl not outside of Boston, Massachusetts, and the Patriots were in it. And I remember feeling so sad because I was used to being from an area where everyone was rooting for the Patriots. And then I moved to a place where everyone freaking hates the Patriots. And I remember like I was at a party watching the Super Bowl and everyone's drinking, watching football. And when the game was over and the Patriots won, obviously, everyone was super mad. And I went outside, buzzed, and called my dad crying. And he was like, what's wrong? Like, we won. Why are you upset? And I was like, everyone hates me here. And it's my first Super Bowl where no one's happy and everyone's angry and everyone hates me. He's like, oh, like he knew what was happening, you know? Like he knew I had been drinking. And he was just like, it's okay. And I'm like, no, I want to come home. Ah, my parents are the best. Good times. Well, let's do a couple more Zelda songs. I'm getting impatient. I kind of just want to show you guys the new single drop. I'm so excited. Should I just do it now? I feel like I should wait a little bit. I was lucky enough to be featured in another collab. We can listen twice or thrice. Yeah, let's just do it. I'm too excited. There's a lot of people here. That's fair. That's fair. Okay. You guys got it. Hello, Organ Dude. Our dog is named Brady after football. I think I asked that before, but I still feel like this is news to me. Brady's a legend. I'm talking about Kim's dog, Brady. I have mixed feelings about Mr. Brady for leaving us, but it's undeniable he's still the GOAT. You can't take that away from him. Neo, thanks for the follow. Or Neoctic, maybe. Nope, Neoctib. Remember? Yo, okay, what's up? All right, let's do the release. So, like I said, I had done collabs with the amazing duo FIREKID, both musically amazing and also as people, so amazing. They are so nice and warm and welcoming. I'm going to try my best to actually travel my way out there and do an in-person collab stream with them. Because I really just want to meet in person and hang out. This is our third single that we've done together now. And I'm really proud of this one. I'm proud of all of the tracks that I've done with them, but I was admittedly very nervous the first two because I felt like I needed to kind of earn my spot because it was my first one doing it with them. But then when they asked me to do a second, I felt my nerves kind of relax a bit because I knew that I had already done some and they were happy with it. So I felt more confident going into this one, and I'm really happy with how it came out. So let's take a listen to the brand new single. You can find it on Spotify if you search drwilly's. It is a Mega Man cover. If you search FIREKID, Dr. Willy, Joe Cleary, it will come up. But are we ready? Let's listen to the new single, baby. I'm very stoked. Okay. Last two notes with me. It's like the band stopped and I was that awkward person that didn't get the cue that the song was ending. No, it was done on purpose. But hooray! That is the brand new single that I had the absolute pleasure of getting to record with FIREKID. You guys can hear it now on Spotify. It's up on YouTube. It's called Dr. Willy's. It's a Mega Man Bluegrass cover rendition. And we also have Chemical Plant Zone from Sonic Up. So maybe eventually we'll have a whole bluegrass-inspired video game album. I feel like that would be pretty good. Very exciting. That felt like a very long, just over 2-minute period for me. I was like, what do I do? Should I just move? But I'm not good at moving to beats and rhythms in an appealing manner. I tried. I'd have to remember what I played. But I actually did make a note in my planner to put Chemical Plant Zone and that song on the song list and have me play along to the tracks. So that will be coming up probably next week. I have a fair amount of stuff that I'm working on. I got hired for 2 new gigs this month where I need to learn 45 minutes of music. So I'll admit that's my top priority. But that will be something to look forward to. I considered grabbing Kimchi for a dance party, but I was worried that if I woke him, that he would then remember he's evil and start to do evil behaviors. Kusa, thanks for the follow. Well, I was feeling our little I just looked at a Pokemon video. Zelda warm-up today, so I would like to do Outset Island next. Even though this one is in a very cruel violin key, it's in D flat. Kimchi's I didn't say he's a bad boy, I just said he's evil. Grab Frank for a dance. That guy would show me up. Kimchi's being so cute. Dude, Joe, flaunting that golden kappa. Congrats, what a rare find. Dude, it was crazy. There was one week, in the same week, I got 2 Golden Kappa hype trains. And I was like, what? For people who don't know the Golden Kappa, one Twitch stream every 24 hours is given the Golden Kappa if you complete a level on a hype train. And the statistics that somehow got me to get 2 in a week is insane. Like, absolutely insane. I see a request for the Bach double. Gotta get stretched out here. I haven't done this for a bit. Alright, here we go. A statistical phenomenon. Oh no, Julia comes in when I'm about to do the Bach double. Oh dear. So most of you guys know Julia. I've had the absolute gift of being able to take violin lessons with her for almost like, I don't even know how long. I've been on a long break because I was traveling and then had recording sessions, and this month I have to learn like 45 minutes of music, so I'm just making sure that when I get back to it, I'm ready to commit. But I haven't done this in so long. I'm hopeful that this will work out. Red Lobster, thank you for the follow, as well as Natif, thank you. For Tree Farmer Charlie, that's a new Kappa for me. This one's news, and if I look too long, I'll start to get nauseous. So I'm just gonna play this song instead. Bimby, Bimby. Ah! He's so cute. All right, the Bach double. Let's find a recording to play along with. How about this one? Let me make sure that it's tuned to the same, because sometimes the recording has been a bit off. Like this. So we are tuned to different A's. That recording will not work. Let's try another one. Or I could do the whole thing like that if you guys just would enjoy that. That is an option. I'm lying, by the way. That's not an option. I refuse. All right, I've played to this one before, so it should work. Okay, I can do this. there a few times. I feel like that's a song where I just need to like block out everything for a moment. There was some good moments, and then there was some not as good moments. For Mia, thank you so much for a massive raid. Welcome, raiders. My name's Joe. I typically play over video game soundtracks. I have a couple sneaky other genre pieces on my list, but yeah, I do that, and I make loop arrangements of covers and originals and instrumentals and sing on top of them, playing lots of different instruments. For me, is there something I can play for you? Again, I really, really appreciate that raid. If you guys are looking for some more music in your life, you can't go wrong by going over to say hi to Mia. You'll get to see some beautiful harping. That means something different. You'll see beautiful harp music. Thank you, Julia. I'm still doing all of my stuff, even though I haven't had the lessons lately. I'm still doing my Shrodiak. Am I still saying that wrong? I think I'm still saying that wrong. Shrodiak. I'm still doing that, and I'm doing my 3-octave scales and arpeggios, my vibrato exercises, and I'm doing the Kreutzer double stops. Oh my god, it took me like 4 months to say that right. That's so exciting. I kind of want to review what I just did a little bit and try and get it a bit better. Oh, and then I'll do Once Upon a December, totally. I just want to do a second of this without the track. Think of my bow grip. Well, that broke my concentration, Kimji. Really? On camera, you sicko? I'm so sorry for that, you guys. I can't control him. For Tony, thank you for the follow. He's just nasty. He's just nasty. All right, Mia wants to hear Once Upon a December. This is going to be my first loop of the day. First singing of the day, too, which always makes me a little nervous. I shouldn't be doing that noise if I'm about to sing. That can't be healthy for my throat. Here we go. So for this song, I already recorded one pizzicato layer, and I dropped it an octave to kind of sound like a cello, just to give it a bit more coverage. Konnichiwa! For Paso, I've actually been doing Duolingo Japanese. I'm not very good, but I finished Unit 1 of Japanese, and I'm really liking it. It's fun. I'm getting into kanji, though, which is really hard. Oh, weird. This is a new issue. It deleted my initial track. Whatever, I'll just do it again. That's not a big deal. I tried changing the cables out for my external hard drive because I thought that might fix some of my Ableton problems, but now I just have different problems with a new cable. So that's not great, but we'll work with it. It's fine. A little water. However, since I am doing this from scratch, that means we do need to hear the metronome just for the first pass. I apologize if that's like wicked annoying. Okay. Why don't I hear it anymore? There it is. It ain't perfect, but it's fine for right now. Let's drop the octave. There it goes. long ago, glowing dim as an ember, things my heart used to know, things it yearns to remember. Someone holds me safe alone, horses prance a silver stone, figures dancing gracefully across my memories. Dancing bears, painted wings, things I almost remember, and a song someone sings once upon a December. Ooh! Ooh, we need some vocal warm-ups in this house, baby. Pretty okay. Definitely a bit pitchy in some areas. But we'll get there. There's something extremely unforgiving about pizzicato on the violin. I think since the note doesn't ring out very long, if it's not in tune, it's just not in tune. It's only going to play for that 1 second. You get one shot. If you miss it, we know. For Potato Puff, thank you for all these lovely claps. Thank you. For a Potato and Tony, thank you again for the follow. For anyone that stuck around, from Mia's Raid, thank you so much for giving me a chance. Again, my name's Joe. I play over video game soundtracks, and I also make loop arrangements and sing on top of them, featuring lots of different instruments. I feel like I kind of want to do an instrumental loop, and I'm feeling doing Traveling with Friends from Dragon Quest. It's such a happy song, and I really like it. Going to lurk and get some food. Enjoy your food. Thank you again for the raid, Mia. Some Oliver, thanks for the follow. I said that kind of like a question. Thanks for the follow. Instrumental loops, blue binder. There we go. So as I get set up for this one, I am going to take a really quick break just to use the restroom and fill up my coffee cup a bit more. Should I play the new... Let's play the new track while I'm on my break, right? You're going to hear it a handful of times today. I hope that doesn't bug you. But today's a special day. I did a collab with the amazing duo FIREKID, and it's released now. We did a cover of drwilly's theme for Mega Man. Typing while talking hard. And you can find it on Spotify and all the places where you'd listen to music. This is it. I hope you enjoy. I hope you check it out if you like it. I'll be back right at the end of the song. Accidentally banned someone. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I was trying to type into chat that I needed 1 more minute and then I just banned someone. I'm so, oh my god, Potato, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. They've been unbanned. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. I'll give you a song request if you'd like. I do still need 1 minute. Pythagorat, thank you. Oh my gosh, I feel so bad. Pythagorat, thank you. Please let me know if I could play you something. Okay, I just need 1 more minute. How embarrassing. Oh my goodness. Thank you again for being so chill about that. I'm so sorry. My bad. I tried to fix my clip and bangs. I don't know if it worked. Do they look different? Did I screw it up? It's fine. Cool. Thanks for the hype train and Matt for gifting a sub. 1 second you're banned and the next you're sub, baby. My bad. Okay. Let's do... Oh yeah, I was gonna do a loop rendition. Rat hole. Twitter is a rat hole. Thank you for half a year of resubs. Thank you so much. Let me know if I can play you something to say thank you. We should randomly ban more people. You know, it's not necessarily something I'd like to be known for doing, but it might spice things up a little bit. It might. I'm a little too vanilla over here. We gotta add some excitement. It resulted in a hype train, so it can't be that bad. Fair. Okay, I gotta get to playing this song, huh? We're gonna do my first instrumental loop of the day, and I'm gonna do a instrumental version of Traveling with Friends from Dragon Quest, which is just such a sweet, lovely song. Have a sip of this coffee I just filled up. Alan, thank you for the bits. Thank you. I saw you rocking along with the new FIREKID single. There we go. Is it possible to ban a mod? Like for me to do that? I don't think I can do that. Right? I feel like that's not possible. I can? I have the power? I'm hovering over the button. I'm gonna do it. No, I'm not gonna do it. I wouldn't do that. They help me out so much. That would be so rude. Okay, so this is... I wrote down a suggested tempo for myself of 115. And we're going to start with piano, which means I need to take off my slippers. Oh, I have to put this on input 1 or else it's not gonna record. Silly me. Okay, let's try that again. Oh my gosh! 1,000 biddies! Alan, thank you. That's so kind and generous. Thank you. Let me know if I can play you something. Turn down this pesky hi-hat. And let's add guitar. Then we'll add accordion and probably washboard. Mandolin and violin after this. Hooray. Yes. got a suitcase kick drum at my feet. wait. Oh, I'm really happy with this. I think it came out really pretty. Thought you were about to add slurp no. Thank you, Rusk and Veg for the follow. I really appreciate it. Thank you. And yeah, this was a little loop rendition of Dragon Quest II's Traveling with Friends. Kind of miss the guitar though. Hey, Elson! Thank you for 404 bits. I love this song too. It makes me really happy. Oh, I like didn't want to fade it out. I love it. So happy. It's such a happy little tune. Let's see. Do I have anything on the priority list or... Oh, you guys are letting me pick today. Very exciting. Maybe I'll do some home themes. That kind of made me think of that one. I kind of want to do... I can't remember which village theme it is. It's from Dragon... Or no, it's from Monster Hunter Generations. It sounds like it was recorded in a studio with a dozen or more players. Thank you! I feel like I've been really learning more and more about Ableton the more I use it. But learning how to mix and pan and all that stuff properly it's tricky. It's hard. It's hard. I would like to do it. I know it's not Poke Village, it's something else Village, but I can't remember what it is. I'll find it though. Xenoblade Chronicles. Ooh, Naru. That could be pretty too. Okay, so I rearranged this binder. If I'm looking for Monster Hunter, that should be after Xenoblade Chronicles. Here it is. Burn a Village. Thank you, Jove. Pro mods. The absolute best of the best here, people. I couldn't dream of better mods. This one always makes me think of the first scene in Beauty and the Beast. I feel like it just has that vibe. It's so pretty. Luxurious Gravy, I don't know if I've said hello yet. Also, Chief Slayer, thank you for giving Kimchi pets. I know he very much appreciates that. Yelling at Clouds. Armel Rose. Twilight Charles. I feel like I haven't welcomed people in for a bit. Danny! Yes, Kimchi is being a good boy so far, knock on wood. Gillian, great to see you. Yeah. I hope everyone's doing well. Happy Friday. Let me know if you have any exciting plans for the weekend. For myself, I am kind of busy. I feel like I don't usually leave the house super often. But tonight, I'm going to an improv comedy show with one of my friends, Jillian, who's been dipping her toes in the improv comedy world. So I think that will be really fun. Laundry, fair. And then on Sunday, I have a rehearsal. I don't think I've said this yet, but it's actually going to be a new gig for me. I was asked to sit in and do a gig with a fellow music streamer. Samuel Tucker Young is what you would know his channel as. But we've met up and jammed a couple times, and it was super fun. So he decided to go for it and book a show. So that will be in the future. It will be our first rehearsal Sunday where we're just piecing it together and make sure that everything works and sounds right. But those are my main plans this weekend. And other than that, honestly, just practicing. Lots and lots of practicing. Yes, I have another new gig where I will be playing Devil Went Down to Georgia, as well as a Lindsey Sterling piece. It's the very first Lindsey Sterling song I've ever learned, and I'm loving it. I'm doing Round Table Rival, I believe it's what it's called. But for that gig, I need to have both of the songs memorized and be very, performative, really moving around the room and selling the piece, which I'm a little nervous about that. I'm more nervous about that than actually playing, just moving and not looking mad awkward. So I made a goal to memorize both pieces by the end of this weekend so then I can just practice playing them and walking around the room and trying to get comfortable with just being confident enough, I guess, to sell it a little bit. You know what I mean? But I'm really hoping that this gig works out. Again, it's a brand new one. It's a new client for me. But I'm hoping that I'll do a good enough job where they'll keep booking me for the future, because it's kind of it's a type of gig that I would love to do regularly. Essentially, I got booked by a circus company where there's choreographed aerialist dancers that perform in the silks that hang from the ceilings and, do beautiful choreography. So they get hired to do a lot of private events for Nashville. And I'm hoping that I can show that I could fit into that and also be booked with them, maybe do some live loop performances with them. So this is my crack in the door opportunity, and I'm taking it seriously and just hoping that, again, I do a good enough job where they might consider me for the future. So making a goal to have that memorized, those two pieces by the end of this weekend, and then I can practice just moving around and being confident, which, as you guys know, is not my best skill, appearing confident. For Duke, thank you for the follow, by the way, as well as Nasty and Brymaster. Thank you very much. I feel like since I did one of the Monster Hunter pieces, I'm just going to do all three. So next we'll do Poke Village, followed by Stars on Our Backs or Stars at Our Backs? I know it's one of those. Juno, welcome. How are you? For this one, I usually play a harmony the second pass through. Duck will say. Thank you very much for the follow, as well as video. I really appreciate it. I was gonna do one more song from this game franchise, excuse me, which is Stars on Our Backs, the ever so epic overture of Monster Hunter World. This was the song that kind of hooked me on the soundtracks, and it was introduced to me by one of you guys. It was probably within the first like 6 months I started streaming. Someone was like, hey, you should do this song. And I listened to it and was like, oh my gosh, yes, please. Love it. For Luxurious Gravy, thank you for the support. It's one of those things where I'm sure it will be all right, but I find that like if I get hired for a gig and it's something I really care about, where like I really like the song or I really like the band, I end up freaking myself out a little bit more because I then have like an emotional investment in it, if that makes sense. Like FIREKID was a really good example. When I first heard their music, I was like, oh, now I'm terrified to record on it because I really like it and I don't want to miss it up. But I'm getting much more comfortable with kind of allowing those thoughts to exist without letting it consume me, that, you know, where it would like actually get in the way of my performance. But it's still something I have to pretty actively think about while I'm playing. We're working on it though. Y'all ready for some epic orchestration? We're gonna go for it. Stars at Our Backs. I think it's so funny that my cat Kimchi doesn't mind the violin at all. He's my last cat, did not like the violin whatsoever at all. But Kimchi just chills. Like his little ears are so sensitive. I was like, this must be a lot on him right now. But he'd just be chilling. He'd be chilling. Well, we have hit our 2-hour plus mark, so I'm going to take another really quick break, get one more nice refill of coffee, and I think what I'd like to do when I get back is the 2 new transcriptions that I added to the song list this week. I added a new Pokemon Diamond song, Canalave City, and I also added a really fun Xenoblade Chronicles fiddle piece. I think it's called Torigoth. So I'm going to do both of those. And then I kind of want to do some jazzy singing loops. Maybe like You Don't Know Me. I feel like I haven't done that one for a while. But we'll just go from when we get back and see how we're feeling. For anyone new today, thanks for giving my stream a chance. My name's Joe and I play video game music and make loop arrangements and sing on top of them. When I get back, we're going to do some Pokemon, Xenoblades, and jazz singing standards. Thank you, everybody. I'll be back in like 3 minutes tops. Y'all be the best. Okay, I'm back. Where's the button? This button. I found it. Thanks for letting me take another quick break, y'all. Refilled my coffee. Grabbed a nice seltzer. But I feel like maybe I should make some headway into the coffee first. I kind of want to revisit what I recorded. I really like this loop. Arthur, how are you? What was I gonna do? Oh, the new stuff. You don't have power? Oh, actually, someone in chat was mentioning tornadoes going through. Did that hit you? Are you doing okay? Oh my gosh, that's awful. I'm so sorry, Arthur. Arthur. It was the hurricane. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry to hear that. I hope, you know, besides the power, everything else is all right. Yeah, we had someone mention that they were affected by the tornadoes going through Texas. For anyone else affected by that, do you really have 13 cats? Your 13 cats are fine? I can barely handle this one. This evil creature. Whom I love, but he is evil. For real? I want to know all of their names in the order of least evil to most evil. Oh, Jove. That jump scared me, that evil kimchi. It's too hot down here to go without power. For Codeman, I think, were you the one? Yeah, I think you were the one that told me about the hurricanes to begin with. They're all equally evil. That makes sense. That checks out, yes. Stupid. Just gonna hold my cup of coffee for a second. I added a new nerdy mug to my collection. Very exciting. The Vault Tech cup. We will be doing a Vault Tech suit cosplay stream at the end of the month. These are actually clip-in bangs that I was testing out, and I'm gonna wear these and style them to kind of look like Lucy's from the Fallout Amazon series. And I'm really excited about it. I also learned I don't want to set the world on fire and the main theme of Fallout to add a little extra fun and excitement to that stream. That same week, we're going to be doing my first ever merch drop ever, which I'm so excited about. I'm also very nervous about, but I'm excited. I really wanted to do my best to try and make things that were of good quality that people would like, so I did my best. All right, here we go. You have a cat named Joe? So that one's probably the most evil, right? Mina, Millie, Martin, Marky, Marlene, Bitsy. Oh, it's cross-eyed Joe. I don't think I can cross my eyes. Let me try. Was that good? Clap if it was good. I did it? Oh my gosh, that's so exciting. Trophy unlocked. Thank you. Thank you very much. Very exciting. New skill unlocked. Well, I was going to do my brand new transcriptions for you guys and then go back into loop land. Both of the songs that I added to the loop list, I actually heard on Twitch while we were streaming. The autoplay just went to these two following songs, and I was like, oh my gosh, I need to learn. So I did. And the first of which is Conalave City. This one starts right away. So I'm going to load our track and then get my violin right before I press play. Love the new single, by the way. Thank you. Yes, today is a very exciting day. We released the brand new single collab between me, myself, and FIREKID, which you can listen to now on Spotify and YouTube and all the places you listen to music. We did a bluegrass cover rendition of Mega Man's drwilly's theme, and it's pretty saucy, fun, excitement times. Exactly. For luxurious gravy. Exactly. Arthur, doing a dono when you don't have power right now, that's just so sweet. Thank you. I really hope that gets resolved for you soon. That stinks so bad. And I'm glad at least you and the 13 kitties are doing okay. Especially Cross-Eyed Joe. I don't know why, but I feel connected to that one. Can't quite put my finger on why, but I like that one a lot too. It's really fun to play with. Sometimes when I play over a track for video game music, I don't know until I play it if like the violin's gonna blend over the original track well, but I feel like that one kind of finds its spot and it just feels comfortable. It's nice. He's a character. Is he a Siamese cat? Because I know a lot of Siamese cats are cross-eyed. Here's the other new one that I learned for you guys this week. I've only played it once on stream. It's called Torgoth from Xenoblade Chronicles 2, and it's super fun. It's very fiddle-esque. Delicious. Beep. What was the name? Oh, do you mean of the piece I'm about to play or what I just played? The one I just played was oh, you already got that. This one's called Torigoth. I'm probably saying that incorrect, but I just typed it in chat. Shabby, thank you very much for the follow, by the way. I really appreciate that. Thank you guys for letting me give you some musical company on this lovely Friday, midsummer chill times. That's also so satisfying. That is a beautiful number. And thank you guys. This really helps me remain a full-time musician, so the support means the world. And thank you for giving me this chance to pursue my dream. I don't think we have it on the list yet. We'll pop it on there. I'm ready. Put me in, coach. Well, I think I'm ready. It was faster than I thought it would be. Okay. Turn up the volume first. Okay, let's do it. That's the wrong one. I need the day version. feel like that one's coming along. That was the second time I've played through that piece. I wrote out the music for it on Tuesday before stream, but it's really fun. I enjoy playing that one a lot. Listening at the lower volume, I feel like I heard more harmonies in there. Maybe this weekend I'll write out the harmony part to it too. Thank you, Cathedora. Was that your first time hearing it? You know, I actually had a French girlfriend once, and for her birthday I gave her a necklace with the words Le Monde, maybe, engraved on it. She said it meant the world to her. Ellipsis? Does ellipsis mean this is a joke? I don't get it. I only know Monde because of that cafe in New Orleans, the Café du Monde. I don't get it. It means the world. Oh, I get it now. I had to work too hard for that. Sounds like a band to me. It is pretty band-worthy. That's pretty stinky. I don't like it. It's okay. You don't have power, so I won't ban you today. But you're on thin ice, pal. Speaking of new transcriptions, I have another newer one that I've only played twice on stream before, I think. And I really like this song. It's called Green Star from Super Mario Galaxy. I learned 2 lines from it because whenever I like a song and I'm doing the sheet music for Twitch, I like to write out as many parts of the song that I enjoy as possible, because one, it will give it more variety when I play it on stream and make it more interesting to listen to. But also, by writing out the different parts, I find that I'm able to understand more of like what I'm drawn to musically. Because when I see all the notes and the harmonies and the chords and everything involved in it, I'm like, oh, okay, so I guess I like this chord structure, or I like these different rhythms together. So it helps me really gain a stronger understanding of music in general. And it also just helps me, you know, prepare to play it live on stream, because if I write the music first, then I already have taken a lot of time to get acquainted with it. But yeah. So this one's super cute, and I hope you enjoy it as much as I do. I also have that song that we were just listening to on the song list, which is really pretty. That one's called Gormati Forest. Super Mario Galaxy. And then after this, let's do some singing loops. I feel like I haven't been singing much lately. Oh my gosh, more bits. Does every joke have to be vegetable-based pun in it? Not necessarily. Dude. That's real stinky butts. And I hate that a lot. If I'm being honest. I have boiling rage. It's only reached about my rib cage, but you watch yourself. Because when it reaches here, I'm burning this whole ship down. Okay. Tripwire, hello. Fart! Oh, I love when Fart's here. Welcome, Fart. How are you? Farting. Is that not just so lovely? Let's see. Oh, it goes to, oh, I'm doubled. It goes to an F sharp major. No. Maybe with like a cute little music box. Oh, I know the piano tone I want. Oopsie. To a B major. To a C sharp major. Oh my god, that's a beautiful golden toilet that you have there, Pitbull. Man, I just love knowing that someone took time to really make not only a golden toilet emote, but a really good one. Like, that's a very impressive golden toilet. And I'm sure there's some sort of wonderful backstory to this that I'm just not aware of. And it's piqued my interest. I want to know more about Golden Toilet. But first, how about some jazz standards? I'm gonna do You Don't Know Me, which is most popularly performed, or known rather, by the performance of Ray Charles. And I really love this song. La la la. I got a little hyper, I don't know if you've noticed. Just warning you now, while you still have time to leave. I'm getting a little hyper. Nth Degree, what's up? How are you? Do we need a Joe-themed golden toilet? I'd have to make some sort of like purpose for it, you know? But yeah, I might need that. I might need that. So let's see. For this loop, I need an Ableton template. I already recorded guitar to this, so I can just record piano and strings on it. And sing. And sing. Only sung one song today. Seems like a Fartner blanket emote would make more sense for the channel. Why would that make more sense? I don't get it. What are you talking about? Are you making fun of me? Cool. I get block of hugs? What a lucky girl I am. Go into halftime, burr. We know halftime is sexy. All right, shall we? Thank you, Persona 5 Music. I appreciate you very much. That's not a piano. That's also not a... Come on. Just give me regular piano. I love the Persona soundtracks. I love them. I feel like it'd be more comfortable if I drop it an octave and play up here. So I was here. That F sharp I wrote there at the end sounds wrong. But you don't know me. Oh, I'm looking at the I'm looking at a Beatles chart instead. Oh, it's a B flat augmented, so that would be okay, I'm ready. I always like to warm up a bit on the piano before I try and loop it. It's a newer instrument for me in like kind of the troops that we have assembled here. But I'm finally starting to reach a place where I feel like I'm getting a little more comfortable playing it. All right. JW, thanks for the follow. And also welcome in for Trick. I hope you're having a nice Friday. Ingenious Orin! Subbing for 3 months in advance? At tier 2, thank you! Let me know if I can play you something! Thank you so much! That's so generous, thank you. Yeah, I'm gonna sing after I loop some strings on this. Thank you. I did a bluegrass cover of drwilly's from Mega Man. How are you? It's good to see you. If you guys are looking for Guitar Legend on Twitch, I found one and he's right there. His name is Cole Rowland. You should go hang out with him. How are you? It's good to see you. To me, and then you say goodbye. I see you walk away beside that lucky guy. Oh, I'm just a friend, that's all I've ever been, 'cause you don't know me. No, you don't know the one who dreams of you at night, who wants to kiss your lips, who wants to hold you tight. Oh, chance go by, the chance that you might love me too. You give your hand to me, and then you say hello, and I can hardly speak. My heart is beating so. Oh, you'll never know the one who loves you so, 'cause you don't know me. I'm ready, dude. Throw it at me. You guys might be in for a lovely collab live recording stream at some point in the future. Very exciting stuff. Cause you don't know me. Oh, you don't know me. Y'all, thanks. I still get so nervous singing. It's something I'm trying to push through. Most of you guys know my story, but I went to Berkeley as a vocalist for 2 years and was trying to do like kind of musical theater and old-timey jazz. But when I saw the string program, like something just switched in me where I was like, I need to do whatever I have to get in that program. Because at the time, I wasn't playing violin. I played when I was young and I quit. But after seeing the string program at Berkeley and seeing violinists play Latin music and jazz and bluegrass and Celtic, I was like, wait, violin can do all that too? And play in bands and like metal groups, and I felt like the whole world opened up to me. So I practiced violin on my off time while studying vocals at Berkeley and re-auditioned and finished my degree with violin. But there's a part of myself that felt like I almost like abandoned singing in my pursuit of like just desperately wanting to play the violin. And I will admit my confidence took a pretty big hit when I went to Berkeley, because I was from a really small school, really small public school that didn't really have much of a music program. So, you know, I went from being a good singer at that school thrown into this situation where I was suddenly around everyone who was the best in their school and from all over the world. And a lot of the vocal program was teaching you how to be confident on stage and, you know, perform with a mic and really sell it, because that's a large part of what gets you booked. And 18-year-old Joe just crumbled. I felt so self-conscious. I totally kind of like crashed and gave up on singing in a way. And when I started streaming, I only played violin, and people were like, hey, can you try singing? And I would sing like half a verse and then get shy and stop and be like, no, I'm not going to do it. And you guys are a lot of the reason why I am singing much more again. I'm biased, but I do think everything needs strings. What else do I want to do? Should we like up the energy a bit? I really like doing Breakfast in America. How about I do Can't Take My Eyes Off You? I haven't done this song in so long. It'll be fun to revisit. I feel like that would make a good loop. Thanks, Cole. I feel like I've only recently kind of like stepped into a certain degree of confidence, but man, like that first video shoot that I did with Cole, you guys can check out 2 videos now that I've been featured in. Very lucky for that opportunity. But I was so nervous that first one. I was like, oh God, my confidence is not ready for this. Do you find living in Nashville pushes you to get better at what you do? I would say yes, but I think that ultimately, I feel like this sounds cocky. I don't mean it to be. It's more like a show of determination. I feel like no matter where I'd be, location-wise, I'd be pushing myself to try and get better. That being said, though, Nashville does have a ton of music, and location-wise in the country, Nashville's very popular for touring bands because it's a great middle location to like tour New England or, you know, Midwest or down to Texas or Florida. So I do feel that it pushes me. I think part of it too is like now that Twitch has become most of my income and livelihood, I do that from home, you know? So like I don't leave super often. I still do gigs, but not super often. I used to gig a lot more and do a lot more tours, but Twitch kind of gave me the opportunity to try and focus on myself, which is new for me. It's not the most natural thing for me, but I'm working on it, you know? Well, let's see. We've been going 3 hours, so I think I'm going to take one more quick break just to stretch. I'm having a bit of like a, not a pain, but a funny feeling in my arm here, so I want to stretch a little bit, make sure I'm a healthy violinist, and then we'll do Can't Take My Eyes Off You as a loop performance, and then maybe some chill violin tracks. We'll go from there. We'll see what happens. Twitch does rule. I love Twitch. I really want to try and do like a sincere push on the other platforms because Twitch by far is my biggest, given it's the one I've really committed the most kind of time to. I'm trying to find that sweet spot, you know, of like being able to put enough time and effort as well into recordings and videos. I'm just so hypercritical, which is why live streaming is great for me because I do it and then it's done. Whereas recording, I have to keep listening to it and it's so hard to like be done with something. But I'm actively practicing, we're getting there. So I want to make more of a sincere effort to be more proactive on the other socials. If you guys would consider following me on those, that'd be very helpful. No pressure though, because I know everyone always pushes that. Cool. I'm gonna be back in just a couple minutes, just long enough to stretch and drink some water. But thank you, everybody. You're the best. stretching complete. Beeper. Kimchi's being such a good boy. You're so good, baby. Not evil today, knock on wood. Also, I changed my mind. I want to do... I think I actually want to do my Beck cover. I haven't done that in a while either. I feel like my voice might not be able to handle the chorus of Can't Take My Eyes Off You Today. So let's do Beck, Go It Alone. Skeedle doop beep, skadadap-bap-boo-zoop. So I already made a drum track for this. Go It Alone. There it is. I'll need to send you info about the Cult of Dun. That sounds like something I need to be a part of, yes. One of our people in our community, Justin, said something that I've been trying to implement, which is like a musician never finishes a piece, they just abandon it. And that like weirdly made sense to me. Where I was like, oh, yeah. I just gotta like at some point be like, nope, done. It's just done. That's that. ASMR time, baby. Totally works on me. Delightful. My high school ceramics teacher would say that it's some saying or paraphrase quote, and it's very right. I'll try and implement that more then. Okay, guitar is first. Mic input on, fade out. I put info in the mod chat for you. Join the cult. Yes, sir. Oh, I have guitar plugins turned on auto. Those should be off. There we go. YMCA. Justin is a way better guitarist than I am. Go easy on me. I'm just going for a vibe. I promise I'll play violin in a second. Thanks for the raid, Tele-twinsies. Anyone who's not following Justin, you're missing out because he's amazing. He makes all of his tracks from scratch and they're super chill and rips guitar on them, and he's on top of that super, super nice. So make sure you check him out. Let's close the request for today. I'm coming over, see me down at the station by the lane with my hands in my pockets, jingling a wish card that I stole from a fountain that was drowning all the chaos in the world. When I get older, see me climbing on the back porch fence, just see the dogs running, ringing out a question, and my shivering voices are singing through the crack in the midnight. I better go it alone. Bye bye bye. Sky is a burning in my rearview mirror. I better go it alone. I better go it alone. Bye bye, bye 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 bye. I better go it alone. I better go it alone. Bye bye, bye 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 bye. I better go it alone. Bye 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 bye. I better go it alone. Oh, I better go it alone. Bye bye. I'm coming over. I sit it down in the station by the lane with my hands in my pocket, tingling a wish cold that was going on a mountain that was drowning all the chaos in the world. When I get older, see it coming on the back parts of finish, just see the dogs found the ring in question, and a shivering voices are singing through the crack in the midnight. Oh! Holy poopies! For 5 feathers for a brand new sub and gifting a sub. Thank you so much. Thank you. I really, really appreciate that. And for anyone that stuck around from the raid, thank you so much for giving me a chance. Again, my name's Joe, and I play over video game soundtracks, and I make loop covers playing a lot of different instruments at varying levels of competency, and sing on top of them. I'm always adding new stuff to the song lists, and I really put my all into this. I just love doing this so much, and it's a dream come true to get to make music every day, so thank you. I know it says requests are closed, but for 5 feathers, if there's something I can play for you to say thank you for the brand new sub, I would love to. No pressure if you're just chilling, but I put the song list in chat if you want to check that out. But yeah, just thank you guys so much. When I first started streaming, it was just me and my MacBook, and I used the MacBook camera and like the mic that was built into the laptop, and I just did scales and violin practice, and with you guys I got to slowly but surely buy more instruments and learn how to use Ableton and buy equipment to do that. This room was empty, except for this bed, before I started streaming, and you guys have made all of this happen. So thank you so much. This stream is all about growth. That's always been my goal. I think that, like, I always knew, and I still know, I'm never gonna be the best player, but I am gonna try my best to be the hardest working. And that's kind of been the theme of the channel. It's just, I'm always trying to learn more things and try out new stuff and learn different instruments. And again, the only reason I'm able to do that is because of you guys. So thank you, everybody. Hello, Nightfly. I miss the boxes the most. Yeah, I actually have a picture of one of my earlier setups in here. I used to just stack everything on boxes. That pedal board is actually one that that pedal board was one that I was borrowing from one of my friends. You can see there's a Boss looper on it, but I was too scared to try it, so I didn't even use that on stream. I would just do that. And at the end of each stream, I would take all this down and put it away. And then before I streamed, I would put it back up because I didn't want to bother my roommate. Something with the bass. How about we do... Should I do Ophelia or Breakfast in America? One of those. It was not practical at all. It was very silly, but I never minded setting it all up because I was just so excited to stream. Breakfast and Ophelia. For 5 feathers, do you have a preference out of those two? I can pick if you don't, but both of those I could do. Breakfast in America or Ophelia by the band. So after this setup, I eventually moved up to this setup where I bought my friend's keyboard, and you can see I'm still using the laptop there. And then this is my most recent setup. That again is only possible because of you guys. I want to do Breakfast in America. I love that song. Also, sorry, I'm gross. I feel like I haven't read that counter in so long. Over 1,000 burps? That is so foul. Oh my god. Oh god. I am so foul. Jeez. I'm like feeling shame right now. Oh god. That's not good. That's not good. Wow. That's a number to be proud of. I don't know. That's a lot of burps. Dude, the compilation video of me burping was taken down. Someone made like a fan edit of me burping. Yeah, and it had like tens of thousands of views on it. And then I went to see if it was still there and it was gone. I didn't have anything to do with that, but I guess, yeah, it just doesn't exist anymore. So I already programmed drums and recorded the acoustic guitar because this one has a lot of layers. The kick is a bit aggressive. Only a shadow! How are you? You're just in time. I was a little early on one of those notes. There was an extra measure I gotta cut out of that Skibidi toilet go. Alright. with that last note. Pencils, am I right? Stupid Jared Leto, I hate that guy. He stinks, big ol' butts. Duty boy Jared Leto. Ew, get him out of here. Take a look at my girlfriend. She's the only one I got. Not much of a girlfriend. I never seem to get a lot. Take a jumbo across the water like seeing FIREKID. See the girls in California. I'm hoping it's gonna come true. 'Cause there's not a lot I can do. Could we have breakfast for breakfast? Mommy D, Mommy D. They gotta have them in Texas, 'cause everyone's a millionaire. I'm a winner, I'm a sinner. Would you like my autograph? I'm a loser, what a joke, I'm Well, I feel bad having this be it. Yes, I know you just got here for only a shadow. But I think I need to call it there for today, guys. We've been going 3.5 hours, and I feel really good about today. Today was fun. Every day with you guys is fun. But I'm just, again, so grateful for this opportunity. Thanks to you guys, I get to pursue music full time. I still do other gigs and have other paid work, but Twitch at this point is, keeping me afloat. And it's just the greatest gift I could ever ask for. So thank you so much. Thank you. Oh my gosh, those Game Boy emotes are so cute. I'm so jealous. I want. For Narc, welcome. I understand. Have a nice day, evening, night. I hope everyone has a wonderful weekend. For anyone who is new and gave me a chance today, thank you so much. I stream 4 days a week, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. Monday is night stream. Tuesday, Thursday is like middle of the day, 3 p.m. And then on Fridays, I do a morning stream. We have some exciting stuff coming up with my very first round of merch ever being released, featuring these wonderful designs that I hired a fantastic artist from Japan to do. That will be at the end of this month. We're going to have a lot of hype-induced activities. We're going to have giveaways, going to have a cosplay stream where I'm going to be doing a Fallout cosplay from the franchise, but also the TV series that recently came out. I will be wearing the Vault Tech suit, and lots of other exciting things are coming up, and I'm really stoked. If you enjoyed this stream today, I hope you consider following and coming back sometime. I add new songs to the song list every week. We added some Pokemon and Xenoblade. And yeah, there's a lot of good stuff coming, I think. Let's see. For Hash, thanks for the follow. Thank you. So right now, I'm just taking a look at who we would like to be raiding. How about we raid? Let's raid, oh, I just saw them. Firefly Piano. Not Shadow! You've done it this time. Thank you, though. But also, how dare you make such smut on my stream? But also, thank you. But also, you nasty. Lols. Dopeness. I will be live again on Monday for anyone wants some music. Thank you guys again so much. And I'm going to try and have some cool new stuff ready for you next week. Have a wonderful weekend, everybody. Oh, I pressed the wrong button. Okay, here comes the correct button. Bye.